Life is suffering. Life has been defined as suffering by so many different individuals during the history of mankind, from the Vedas and Buddha to philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer, Cioran, Ulrich Horstmann, David Benatar and countless others, that I don't even know where to start. First of all, every form of life that we know is in itself just a tiny, insignificant individual in a universe of infinite space and time, bound to a body, forced to fulfill desires and urges for a short time, just to keep the need machine running and fall back to other forms of desire. Furthermore, the biggest problem of sentient life in general is the ability to feel pain in all forms and variations, from mild mental pain to extreme physical pain and mutilation. Happiness can pretty much be defined simply as a state where all the negative aspects like pain, hunger and desire are absent, a state which usually leads to boredom, which is another form of suffering. So the state that seemed to be the goal and meaning of life turns then out to be a state that can only be maintained a very short time before it gets replaced by boredom, which makes new needs attractive, or, even if boredom doesn't come up, gets replaced by new needs anyway. All this means that life is an eternal hunt for the ideal state of the individual, which, as soon as reached, turns out to be an illusion or at least a very short period of fulfillment. Death is redemption for one obvious and very simple reason, that is, it ends life. Ironically, the only way to truly fulfill all desires of life is to end it. Of course, nature took care of that and made sure that death, even though it is obviously the solution to all of life's problems, is the most horrific thing to imagine for living beings, and nothing gets feared more instinctively by animals and consciously by humans than death. It's pretty absurd that the only secure solution for everything seems to be the one thing that has to be avoided at all costs. I'm sure, if there wouldn't be these frightening guardians at the exit door, suicide would be the most common thing on earth, or maybe mankind would even have ceased to exist ages ago. But as it is, for almost everyone, even the most awful horrors of life seem to be better than the horror of death. Yet we keep imposing this horror by procreating.